Suburban Sentinel here with a quick video about smartphones. Now, it appears that smartphones and other connected devices are essentially taking over the world. Everybody and their mother seems to have one, except of course for me. Now, don't get me wrong, I have nothing against these devices, although some of the people who use them could be another story. Anyway, I could buy a smartphone if I really wanted to, but just can't justify the cost weighed against its potential utility. Even though I choose not to join the ranks of the totally connected folks out there, smartphones are a matter of concern for everyone. One of the unintended consequences of the popularity of these devices is a global crime wave. Stealing and selling high-end cell phones and internet-capable devices has become a multi-billion-dollar international business. There is a huge black market for these devices in Asia, South America, and elsewhere. Politics has a lot to do with this demand. Market forces and trade and tax policies have resulted in huge pricing disparities of retail costs of these devices. For example, an iPhone that can be had in the US for as little as $200 can cost $2,000 if purchased legitimately in certain Asian countries. Under these conditions, there's no shortage of people willing to pay for stolen phones at somewhat less than the stratospheric price of a new unit. Organized crime meets this demand largely by buying phones from low-level criminals who steal the devices on the street. As such, thefts and robberies to obtain cell phones have exploded in many parts of the world. In the United States, upwards of 1/3 of all robberies involve mobile devices. These devices are quite tempting targets. People use them in all manners of public places, giving thieves a target-rich environment. Also, the very nature of the device is that it holds the user's attention, thus reducing their situational awareness, making them more vulnerable. Finally, many people are very lax about securing the data stored on their phones and other devices. The information stored on cell phones can be valuable to the criminal who steals it or another illegitimate private information broker. Of course, the pilfering is a cause for concern, but for most people, losing a gizmo would not be the end of the world. However, what's alarming is that cell phone crime seems to be getting more violent. Media outlets from all over the world increasingly report people being wounded or killed by robbers after the victim's device. In fact, a fellow St. Louis University alum, Megan Boken, was shot and killed by a teenager who was after her phone. The young killer was convicted and sentenced to life in a Missouri prison, by the way. Both governments and the mobile device industry have been discussing ways to mitigate this crime epidemic. But despite all of the talk and some paltry efforts, device-related crime shows no sign of abating anytime soon. All I can say to you smartphone users is stay vigilant. Be aware of your surroundings and mindful that your device is a tempting target for street thugs. Try to be judicious about where and how you use your gizmos. Life is inherently risky, but in my opinion, playing Angry Birds or shooting the breeze with your friends isn't worth any additional risk. So, thanks for watching. This is the Suburban Sentinel, along with Bella the Camera Cat. Please thumbs up and subscribe if you like what you see. Questions and enlightening comments are always welcome. Be safe, everybody. Say goodbye, Bells.